What's going on, guys? A-Boy304 here, and I'm going to teach you how to build and upgrade the lightning staff. Let's get into it. The first thing you're going to need is the lightning disc. It can spawn right here next to the Wonder Fizz at Gen 4. It can spawn at this wheelbarrow over here by Gen 4, where it was here for me. And the last place it could spawn at is in the wind tunnel. Down here, all the way down here. I'm going to show you in a second. Right here. The next thing you're going to need is your staff parts. Now I'm running to the tank to go collect some of my staff parts. Took me a while to get there, so I just time-lapsed it. So once you get to the tank, you can start getting your parts. You gotta ride the tank for a little bit, and then there's gonna be this little platform past Gen 4, around Gen 2, not around Gen 3-ish. Like here, right here, around Gen 3-ish. So once you make it here, you're gonna want to jump off the tank onto here. Hopefully you make it. I almost missed. And collect the first staff piece. There you have your first staff piece. Then you're gonna have to go back to the tank to get 2 more of your staff pieces. The tank will have a little while to cool down. It's gonna have to cool down. It takes like a minute or 30 seconds. Once it finishes cooling down, you can hop back on the tank and get your next 2 staff pieces. The next 2 staff pieces are pretty simple to get. I have this little strategy that works every single time if you have stamina up and you slide in the correct place. Right here. You need to be there. You run, jump, slide, grab the piece, run back very quickly. You have to catch up to the tank, slide, jump onto it. Boom. You could get your next piece right here. So once you hop on back onto the tank, you could get your next staff piece, which is by the church. Once you get this staff piece, you could go to the lightning tunnel and craft your staff. But first, we need to get the gramophone. Once you get all your staff pieces, you get the lightning disc, you're gonna need the black disc that goes with the gramophone. So the black disc can spawn in 3 different locations. It can spawn right here by the stairs in the excavation site. It can spawn in the excavation site wheelbarrow right there. And it can spawn in the back of the excavation site on a wall. It was here for me in my game. Damn it, killed the fucking zombie. Anyway, we're gonna go into the excavation site, get the gramophone, and play it. The gramophone can spawn there, or it can spawn there. It can spawn at either side of the table. You place it down, and then you wait. You wait for the stairs to open up. Then you pick up your gramophone, go to the crazy place, and pick up your lightning crystal so you can craft your staff. So once you pick up the gramophone, you're going to want to run to the lightning tunnel, which is fairly close to the excavation site. You're going to run. Is at Gen 5. Down here, you're going to want to get your lightning crystal. Pretty simple. So once you get your lightning crystal, make sure you build the teleporter first, because you know, time consuming. Once you get your lightning crystal, you're going to need to go back to the real world. So once you go to the real world, make sure you pick up your gramophone, because as needed for all steps of the staffs. So you're going to want to make your way down in the excavation site. And then you have crafted your staff. If none of these steps work for you, make sure you leave a comment down below and I'll read through it and I'll reply to it, help you out a little bit. Let's move on. So at this point you should have your lightning staff if you did everything correctly. Next, you're gonna have to turn these dials. Each little switch has a corresponding dial. So this one is the top one. As you can see, I switch it, I gotta make sure it's on purple. There is purple, I don't touch it no more. This switch is corresponded to the second one. So I switch it, I gotta keep pressing it until it's purple. One more, purple. Let's go. Alright, let's move on to the next one. So you just come around here, up here, and once you're over here, this one corresponds to the bottom one. You just flip it, it's purple, I don't touch it no more. Then you go back around, up the stairs, you jump this little thing, and then you get your last one. This is corresponding to the third one. You flick it until you get a purple. That's it. You got all purples. Don't touch it no more. This step is used later on. Alright, now you want to go to the lightning tunnel and then put in your lightning code. It's the same code every single game. It never changes. Don't worry. I'm going to show you how it is. I have a little technique on how I remember it. I will show you in a little bit. So I come here and then I put in my code. I'm putting in the codes that I have seen here. I'm gonna show you the codes that I put in because a lot of people have difficulties putting in this code. This is what I use to remember every time. Screenshot it, go ahead. You could use it every game. That's what I use whenever I forget. Anyways, let's move on. After you put in the code, you're gonna have to turn these little dials around the map. You could use this photo right here, screenshot it. You know, it's fairly easy. So you start off at tank station and you do what you gotta do. So you put it down. And then you go to spawn. You could follow what I do, or you could just use the chart. And you could just skip ahead to where you finish this step, or you could just keep watching if you don't know the map very well and you want to put in the codes. Here is the last code that I put in. It's fairly easy. Boom, you see the beam right there. Now you can start upgrading your staff even further into the steps, I guess you could say. So now you go down an excavation site and then you shoot your orb. Once you shoot your orb, you want to go into the crazy place and start filling up your staff with souls for like 25 to 30 zombies. Once you do that, you have your upgraded staff. Once it's upgraded, you'll see a white outline of a staff. There you go, is outlined white. Now you can pick it up and use it. This staff is a panzer killing machine. This knife is a one hit till round 20. You can use and abuse it however you want. But this staff right here is a panzer killing machine. I'm going to show you an example right here. And it kills the zombies fairly quickly too. So the panzer is going to spawn in and get demolished. Look at him. I just spammed it. Boom. 3 shots. He's dead. That's it. It's over for the panzer. Anyways, guys. If I could get 3 likes on this video, I really appreciate it. I'll see you in the next one. You can see this gameplay of the staff I have here. It's fairly overpowered. See you in the next one. Peace out.